I want to say this. As a family, we are mourning. And sometimes a mourning person can embarrass you. There are several ways. I remember one day we were talking to my shemeji, and she made me laugh though we were all mourning. She said that, you know, I'm mourning. I can decide to put on a sackcloth. We were trying to ask her to please eat. She said, please, you don't understand. I can take a whole week without this your food. And that is my part of mourning. So listen, people, a mourning person can sometimes embarrass you because sometimes the mind is not stable. So if we have embarrassed somebody in one way or another, we want to ask that you bear with us and you forgive us. Now this I want to say because of the pain of my heart, and I want to speak to every Kenyan. Because I wish that what happened to this boy did not happen to him. We have had stories of people being thrown in the rivers and they are found. But this one was not thrown in a river. This one was picked from the Father's hand. And he was butchered. I'm praying to God and I'm praying to every Kenyan who is listening. I pray to God that this may not happen to somebody else. I want to also in the same breath extend our sincere sympathy and condolence to the families. I know just a week after Albert was brutally butchered, I saw with my own eyes a police officer shooting a gentleman who was just a mask seller. That pricked my heart a second time. I pray that this should not happen again in this country, our motherland, Kenya. I hope that those who are in the business of killing people may make this an end, even as we seek for justice. On the same breath, I want to say to the families of those who lost their lives as a result of joining our family in seeking justice. I know some were battered, some were beaten badly, some were killed. To all those family, our family is sending our condolences to you. We are in solidarity with you. And we thank you for coming out to defend the rights of men and women, one of them lying before us today. Maybe the government should come out clear and speak to us. And speak to us in a way that we may understand what really happened to Albert. Because there's truth somewhere. Somebody somewhere knows exactly what happened and who did what. We want to hear that clearly stated. We want to know. Right now the matter is in court. Will it be like the stories we have had? Will it be like the stories we have had? When we had the case of Robert Ouko, I was still a young boy. Up to date, I don't know whether it was concluded. When I was in high school, Mutembei died. And I remember when he was brought to be buried, we went there as a student from the high school. Up to now, it's not clear to me that that has been concluded. And so many, just the other day, it's hardly a month between the death of Ongondowere and Albert. I know our time is up. But maybe the government should do something more. And maybe our courts should pronounce themselves. Maybe the justice system are for a selected few, I don't know. But it's my prayer that we may give hope to the younger generation coming before us that our constitution is what it means, a constitution that defends the life, as my brother said. To somebody, Albert was just amongst a group of bloggers who needs to be eliminated, and he succeeded, and this is what he does. But I want to tell you that the eye of God is never closed. The eye of God is never closed. It's open. The justice of God is the truest justice that you'll ever find. But the good news is God has a power to forgive. I want to welcome my